I like doing my own thing. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I could tell.
oh, yeah, okay. How can you tell? What do you mean?
No, I don't know. It just seemed like an independent
Yeah, I
thinker.
don't. That's what I liked about stand-up comedy is you can just write your own shit and go perform it. You don't have to ask permission from anyone. You don't need anything. You just write it and go do it. Uh, that I, that's what I want to do. I want to make my own stuff and go do it. I don't want to have to. I don't know. And I like teaching myself things and doing things my own way. I don't like. Um, I never really liked school. You know what I mean? I just like doing things on my own. I don't know why.
Up until the point where you first tried like stand up comedy and then started to do it regularly. Obviously, you did say that like you were starting to get into comedy, you know, even as a kid growing up. But was it like a slow burn, realizing that that comedy was something you wanted to do more and more, or was it always like in the back of your mind? And what
No.
comedians were you watching like over the years? Who were your favorites that inspired you to want to get into?
I always loved comedy. Even when I was a kid, I watched like Steve Martin. I loved Steve Martin as a kid. When I was in bands, we'd listen to stand up comedy a lot on tour. It's a really good thing to listen to in a van on tour. You know what I mean? So we listen to like Bill Hicks a lot. He's probably my favorite comedian. Um, Mitch Hedberg we listen to. Like we just listen to a lot of stand ups in the band. But what happened with stand up is I stopped playing music and I wanted to do something different. I was studying acting. I was like taking some acting classes, and someone said, "Oh, you know what'll make you a better actor is if doing stand up comedy can make you a better actor." And I tried stand up for that reason. And once I tried it, I was like, "Why? This is. I'd rather do this. You know, this is what I'd like to do because this you're like writing and producing your own shit. You can just go do it on your own. Like you're not." Um, so
What 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 was it about that did this person who gave you advice say that like was like what would you get out of stand up comedy from an actor's perspective? Like how does it help? Is it like improvising? Just
I don't even I don't even remember. I just remember someone saying like, "Oh, that will make you a better actor if you go do maybe just performing in front of
yeah,
people."
it can. I know. I'm sure it can only help, but I was just curious if there was
Which is
anything.
funny because like stand-up comedians are notoriously bad actors. You know what I mean? You hear that all
Some
the
of
time.
them.
Yeah, you hear that all the time. But yeah, after I did stand-up, I was like, I don't even. The acting just seems stupid because like with acting, you're not even like writing your own stuff most of the time, and you're also like waiting for other people to give you opportunities and for people to give you permission to do things. First of all, like writing and performing my own stuff was always important to me. So, and you don't have to wait for anybody's permission to do anything.
Right. I've talked to a handful of comedians who just have echoed the exact sentiments that you're describing right now. It's like that you don't have to wait on anyone else in the way that you have to do. And there's a little less in your control when you're pursuing acting. Tell me about Bill Hicks. Like, do you remember specific bits or what about him jumped out, out to you?
I loved all his social commentary. I loved that he was like fearless with the things he talked about. Um, I mean, he has so many bits that stuck out. Stuff with, like he'd make fun of like 80s pop music that he hated and like how he thought music had lost its soul and like you know that he missed like Jimi Hendrix and the Beatles and stuff from the 60s. And I could relate to all that. But also his a lot of his political satire and things like that. Um, I don't know, just yeah, I don't know. He just I guess that's why I love him.